Hello and welcome back to the EWG Talk Show. I'm Trinity Lindsay, a student here at EWG High School, and today I'm here joined with three panelists that are going to be following in on the discussion about our education policies here at EWG High School.
Brianna Capwell.
Ava Nixon.
Mr. Searle, I'm a teacher here.
The first policy that I brought to attention is the no phone rule policy. What do you guys think about this?
I personally think the no phone policy is not exactly necessary. I mean, kind of is, but not really. It's not like totally necessary. We're not middle school anymore. I feel like people have way more self-control nowadays with their phones. Like there are some kids that it definitely should be necessary for, but I think overall it shouldn't be like a whole school rule. It should depend on the student and how they are, like with it, the self-control.
I agree because like if like some kid is like not listening to the teacher when the teacher says like to put it away, then like I kind of agree with it on then, but like on there, but
Phones are digital fentanyl for teenagers. Look around right now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 phones out that have no business being out. And while you say most people can be responsible and use it responsibly, I would suggest that that's maybe not quite an accurate picture of what we see in the classroom or in the school in general. I challenge you to meet someone in the corridor during a non-passing time that's not using a phone, traveling the corridor. Try it.
I have.
Do it. So download a nice little app called Thing Counter, and it'll let you count 2 different things or as many different things as you want to. And every time you see somebody with a phone, hit it. Every time you see somebody with a phone, hit the other one. And just do a quick study and do a little research and find out how in control we are of our phone use.
Well, I was more referring to during class time, because when you're in the hallways, you're not really doing anything. Like if you're passing between classes, going to the bathroom, you can like respond to a quick text. But like if you're in class and you're actually doing your work, I don't think you should have to not like have it on your person, especially like teachers that take it away so you don't have it all during the class, even if you finish your work.
It's a management issue and it's a teaching and learning. It's an instruction issue. It's like, what's important now? Why are you here? You're not here to text, chat, TikTok, Instagram, Snapchat, whatever. That's all valid tools. And I say that teaching a social media marketing class, you have to be able to use those tools to market a business or an event or something like that. But it is digital fentanyl for our students.
The next topic that I have is a very controversial topic in my opinion, and it's the dress code.
I think the dress code is incredibly sexist. It has always been targeted more towards women throughout, like, even in elementary school, it is getting drilled into kids' heads at kindergarten age that if a girl wears a tank top, it will distract boys. And I think that is incredibly sexist and totally disinformation, incorrect, all that fun stuff. You are a child, like a kindergartner, and you're being taught that something is wrong with showing off at like even your shoulders. That is stupid, and it should not be a thing.
Pre-pandemic, Mr. Gardner, English teacher, and I started to make a video about dress code. And not to get into a whole bunch of detail on it, but we put Mr. Gardner in a barrel with some suspenders and a wig to try to illustrate that a dress code is a necessary piece. I'm gonna go find that video sometime and show you a clip of why the dress code is important.
We're gonna take a
I'll leave you the thought with the
stop,
vision of Mr. Gardner in a barrel.
We're going to stop the conversation and show you guys our PSA on bullying.
Where is my homework?
I'm sorry, I forgot it. I'm gonna fail my class, so I had to do my homework.
I don't care about you. Where's my homework? Here's my homework.
What is happening here? Why was she on the ground?
I don't know. I walked in and she was there.
We have you on the security cameras.
What security cameras?
Right
Look around,
there.
smart ass.
The police are coming.
Oh God.
Hey, get back here.
Welcome back to the talk show. I hope you enjoyed that informational PSA on no bullying. We're going to jump back into our dress code policy.
Everybody's got the vision of Mr. Gardner in a blue barrel and a blonde wig, right? I wish we had that B-roll that we could play. I hadn't thought of that, but I'll leave it at that and say that a dress code is important.
Do you have anything to add, Ava?
No.
Okay. Our next policy is the bullying policy.
Okay. I think the school should have a bullying policy, but I don't like the no tolerance. Because I know a kid last year, he's in my grade. Last year, he got jumped 3 different times, and even though he was just trying to defend himself because they wouldn't lay off, he still got suspended, and that he dropped out of the school. He's homeschooled now because of it. With the amount of times he got jumped and getting suspended for all of it, and them not considering that none of the fights were his fault. This was a very good kid too. He's chill. He was one of my friends. I just don't think the bullying policy should be what it is. I think self-defense is important, and it should be if you're defending yourself, you shouldn't be yeah, I forgot the word.
Okay.
Yeah, I agree with that because if you're getting if someone came up to you and started beating you uncontrollably, I would I would fight back, and I would expect not to get in trouble because that person started it. Because yeah, and so it's kind of dumb if you're trying to defend yourself, you get in trouble too. Yeah.
So you were a part of the PSA on bullying. Has that been a real experience for you ever?
No.
Do you know anyone for whom that experience has been real?
Uh,
You got slammed up against the cabinet in the PSA, right?
Yeah.
Has that happened to anybody that you know in school?
No.
Okay.
You don't have anything to add?
I would say there's no place for it, and I don't know the circumstances behind what you described, Brianna, but I don't know enough about what happened.
So essentially, what happened was in the mornings, a lot of times he'd be walking the hall, and these 2 kids, I'm not gonna give out their names because they do go here, but they would jump him. One of them one time jumped literally on his back. I had the video, I don't know. I know someone who has it. Jumped literally on his back and just started punching him in the head. So he obviously started trying to fight back and throw him off, and they both got in trouble for it. The kid that got jumped, got punched in the head and everything, still got suspended.
I would imagine that the
This
existing
happened multiple times.
I would imagine the existing policy would address that. So rather than not have a policy at all, maybe better interpretation of
yeah,
or
no.
enforcement of the policy.
Oh, definitely. Personally, I think we do need a no bullying policy, but I don't think we should have an absolutely no tolerance policy.
I would agree.
Okay, our last policy is the graduation policy here.
Personally, I think the graduation policy is too high demanding because we have to do a whole senior project that takes over a year to do. You have to like shadow a person for a certain amount of hours. You have to do 10 hours of community service, and that's a lot on top of going to school every single day for like 180 days. You know,
I'm sorry.
it's a lot.
I would say you ain't seen nothing yet as far as requirements and rigor and getting up every day to do it over and over. And your competition is meeting high requirements. And your competition might be in West Warwick or Washington. And that competition is ramping up and is getting up every day to do that. I don't know. And I don't think they're particularly difficult. If you're going to post-secondary school or work, yikes. This is an easy school to graduate from.
Yeah. Thank you guys for joining in on this discussion. Yeah.